Yo guys, it's wing time. Here's the seasonings that we use. We got some hot and spicy jerk seasoning as well as the mild because I don't have that much hot and spicy, so I had to switch it up a little bit. Garlic powder, onion powder, baking powder. We hit that in here. Is 1 tablespoon each of the jerk seasoning. So 1 and 1. We had the baking powder. I don't even know how much I use. Garlic and onion, just season it until you like to. Let that marinate. We let that sit in there for about an hour. You can do it for longer if you want to. It'll be even better. But we're gonna hit this in the air fryer. You know it's wing time. 370. 35 minutes, might have to turn them halfway through. And my hands ain't ashy, bro. It's the glove. The glove had a little like powder in it. All right, quick fried rice. We have a teaspoon of each of these. Truffle oil, link is in the description, sesame oil, and cooking olive oil, all in our pan. We're gonna drop our rice in. All right, rice is in there. You're gonna hit this off with some garlic powder. Garlic powder goes on everything. Onion powder, because onion powder goes on everything. Got that little sodium soy sauce, not too much of this. But last but not least, we did some jerk wings. We got some Jamaican curry powder. This is the mild version, so it's not that hot. So, you know, we're gonna break that off with a decent amount of that. This stuff is strong, so be careful with it. See that starting to sing? Everything's looking incorporated. We're gonna let this keep stirring it. Maybe another like 2-3 minutes, that's it. You don't wanna overcook the rice. So maybe not even 2 or 3 minutes, probably like less than a minute to be honest, but this is looking about done. Just wanna make sure the seasoning is incorporated and everything is nice and happy. That's about it, man. We're gonna turn this pan off. We're gonna plate these bad boys up. The wings is coming out of the air fryer right now. And the wings is done. I turn them on about halfway through. Look at this bark on here. That's what you want, because these are jerk wings, so it's gonna look like that. That's normal. We're gonna plate these up with that rice. We move. Boom. That curry coconut fried rice. Oh, I know that's gonna be good. Got the pineapple and the mixed veggies up in there. It's also cauliflower. You know the vibes. And of course, we made those jerk wings. Jamaican jerk wings, because Rick Ross didn't want to put them on the Wingstop version, so we make them ourselves. Let's work. And back here, if you know, you know, that is actually, yes, the goated Wingstop ranch. I had to have it. If you know, you know. What's going on, guys? King Tragic back with another video on the channel, and you already saw what we made. We got the jerk wings, spicy jerk wings. I didn't do the barbecue because I just wanted the jerk wings, and the curry fried rice, the pineapple. Pineapple's a must. If you know, you know. Anywho, I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're gonna get right into this. We're gonna just, you know. Yes. First bite. Oh, hold the front door. I gotta do this one. I gotta get the Wingstop ranch in here. Gotta get the wing. Nice and spicy, nice and seasoned. You know the goat ranch. We just gotta see how it's working. Oh, that's so good. I actually kind of like the fact that I used the hot and spicy and the mild, because the hot and spicy, when you go overboard with it, it is hot. Because there's regular hot and then there's Jamaican hot. Now, some people might not believe this, but yes, I am part West Indian, and some of the food, man, it'll get you, because, you know, Scotch bonnets and all that, it'll get in there. And most jerk spices have Scotch bonnets. The hot and spicy does have a lot of Scotch bonnets in it. You can taste it right away. So if you want something that's not like too crazy, I kind of like the mix of the two. Mild is not hot enough. They need like a medium. Is that crazy? With the ranch too, bro. Oh, God. Oh. That was kind of sus. Try to win. Tell me if you don't. You be sus for them too. I'm sorry. Yeah. Shoulder rich. Oh, that is so good. I've been getting a lot of questions about the air fryer thing, by the way. There's comments, you know, like what kind of... It's hard for me to prescribe air fryer. I've done so many air fryer recipes on here. I would probably guess at this point like 20 to 30. There is in my cooking playlist the original jerk chicken one. I use the same kind. I said it before. 375, about 35 minutes, and I turn them over halfway. That's it. People ask me to put oil on it. I don't. The only thing you see is the spices that you see it seasoned with. Air fryers don't necessarily need oil. You can use it, but it's not necessary. If you have a good air fryer, it should cook them correctly. Like, there's no crazy extra process to it. Now, I do eyeball it, but that's about it. Like, if it looks done, I might turn it off. You know, I would recommend you get an air fryer like I have, the Big Boss, which has like glass on it so that you can see inside. Because the other ones, you got to keep opening up to check. And I don't like that. I like to check. Anyway, let's see this curry fried pineapple rice, man. Let's just see what we're doing here. Now, that yellow comes from curry now. Yes, sir. That's just... That goes perfect with the wings too. Sweet pineapple. Jamaican curry is different than obviously Indian curry. Thai uses curry. They're all different. Curry is a spice blend. It's not necessarily a specific spice blend. It just means it's a spice blend. So they are different. They do have some similarities in them, but as a person, I haven't. Indian food's coming. I promise. You didn't see me. I ate liver last week. Like, give me a break. With the sweet and the pineapple just balances out that spicy. That is so good. Some people look twice at pineapple fried rice. First time I had it was at a hibachi place. I saw it on the menu. I was like, pineapple fried rice, that sounds interesting. And it was so good that I started making it at home. I smashed this whole thing in like 2 minutes, bro. Ooh. Slow down now. Slow down. That's something serious. Oh, drink of the day. My bad. See here? This is actually a Diet Coke bottle, but it's not. It's sugar-free iced tea / lemonade. That's all it is. I always stay with the basics. Lemonade, pink lemonade, strawberry lemon, some kind of lemonade. I'm a lemonade dude. All right. I also figured this out too. If y'all watch the Unfiltered, I figured out the flat game finally. All right, I understand. So what you do is you gotta, right? There you go. Look. It's a dub. Everybody who said flats were better than drums, I'ma still disagree. But I can get down with the flats now. Like, that's a very easy method. The smash method. So thank y'all for that one. I got good at it. We was eating the papajan, the wings. Figured that out. So you just grab and pinch, you push, and then you get it up in there like that. I feel that. I felt that. It just is different. A little liquid gold. Alright. So the people who were expecting pineapple stuck in my tooth. We move. The Unfiltered video this weekend. Full disclosure, we did record it. I don't want to post it. Some of the subject matter was Not like in a disrespectful manner, but I feel like we hit topics that I don't want to bring to this channel. Like, I just don't. It got to like the politics and stuff. I'm not trying to go there. You know. The one thing that I don't want is to create like a hostile environment. Now, me and him can talk about that stuff peacefully, right? There was no yelling or anything like that. But the thing that bothers me about subject matter like that is the divisiveness that it might create. And I feel like there's a time and a place for that, and just now's not the time for that. You know, I said this a while on the channel ago, and I know because of the unfiltered thing that the subject matter has obviously gotten a little more opinionated. Is that the right word? Like, it's caused more things in the comments, and that's not what I'm here for. So what we're gonna do is, in the next day or two, is we're gonna do what we did last week, and we're gonna record another one where we talk about some stuff. Like, there's certain things I don't want to hit on, religion, politics, stuff like that. So I know some of you guys are like, oh, you don't care, like, you know, like, it's not a big deal, like, that's what, but I'm not comfortable with that. You know, not for my own sake. I have my own opinions. It's just, I don't like the divisiveness and stuff like that. You know, most people talk about in dating world, in pretty much every setting, they don't like to talk about those certain types of things. Me and Sam have known each other for very long, so we can speak about hot button issues like that, and it's not a fight. You know, I'm just hearing him out, he's hearing me out. And if you have friends like that, that's a different story. But when you put it out there publicly, people might misunderstand words you're saying. So you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. The only thing I'll say is this. I judge people on an individual basis. I don't judge people based off of any one thing until hopefully I can have a conversation with that person. Now, if they have views that are potentially dangerous to people, I'll distance myself from that. If you have views that are different than mine, I would at least, in my perfect world, would like to talk to you as a human and hear you out, and you can hear me out. That's what we do as friends when we talk. But I don't want two people arguing in my comment section and stuff like that. Like, I'm not trying to create that. You know what I mean? I love everybody. And everybody should, I'm not supposed to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but treat people the way you want to be treated. And it goes back to what I was saying last week with the internet trolls and the stuff like that. Speak up, people, man. I just wanted to tell you, I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, you know, make something up or be like, that's what happened. We got finished recording because when the camera's rolling with us, there's no script. We know what we're going to talk about. And it just headed that direction. So we talked like we normally would if it was just me and him talking. So after a while, you forget the camera's there. You know? God. No, I don't know everybody else, but I can say this with the utmost confidence. When it comes to me and him, I've known him long enough and I know myself. We're two of the most, we may have opinions, but we love everybody. Like, we have understanding and I'm cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that some things that I haven't said haven't pissed some people off, because I read the comments. that's cap. But usually stuff like that has to do more with like relationships and stuff, because y'all think I'm toxic. Maybe I am. I'm not toxic. I'm not toxic. I'm not toxic. Right? I used to be a little toxic. Y'all can say what y'all want to. All right, let's talk about some stuff then. Even though it's just me, let's talk about it. Y'all say what y'all want to. My toxicity, and when I say toxic, I wasn't like rude, but I was just like, I don't care. It's like, you really don't want to talk to me? No. You know, I was just very blunt about that kind of stuff. And I'll hit on two things about that. I think that toxic people were created. And I'm not trying to justify being toxic, because it's not right. You shouldn't allow people to create you in the future. You can learn from things without letting it make you a jerk. I know somebody's gonna tell me to eat the truff. You ain't gotta ask me. Come get it. The white truff. Boom, boom, boom. But a lot of times, things happen to you, right? Maybe you're in a relationship and you get, you get dogged out, whatever. Cheated on, treated bad. It makes you be like, I don't care after that. So some people go through phases where the first couple of like women that I was involved with in my life, like, I'm being real, I'm talking like, 18, 17, like kid, like high school and that stuff. I was super nice and caring, and I bought stuff, got them like, some flowers and shit. And I feel like in those situations, I was mistreated or underappreciated, or just treated like I was expendable. I look the same. It has nothing to do with my physical appearance, or some people think, oh, well, someone, loses weight or, But after that, because of what happened, I was like, say less. I'm not finna do any of that. We can hang out, but I ain't doing none of that. And the darndest thing happened. Guess what happened? They liked me more. When I didn't text back, when I didn't answer my phone, when I said, no, I don't want to hang out today, I'm good, they like me more. And I see countless Instagram reels and TikToks and all that stuff, and the same kind of like women openly admitting they will not talk to the nicest guy in the world for the toxic dude. The one that don't care. Now, the not caring for me wasn't an act. I wasn't doing it to try to, like, mask something. I was just at a phase in my life. I'm not like this anymore. I was when I was, like 19, 20. Where I just genuinely was not looking for anything. We can hang out, whatever, but all them good morning texts and shit, like, nah, I'm good. Like, nope. You can have them. Next thing you know, I have twice as many women chasing after me, and I don't even want to talk to them. I know there's going to be a lot of ladies in the captions being like, oh, well, you found the wrong woman. I found a lot of wrong women then. A whole bunch. I'm not saying every person's like that. But I can tell you this with the utmost confidence. The people I grew up with, or went to school with, or went to college with, or even post-college. The ones, and I wasn't them, they were worse than me. The ones who were the biggest jerks had the most women. Now, that's not making it right. I know somebody, y'all probably right and stuff. No. That's not making it right. Because, to me, it's better to be with one real one than 300 of that. In my opinion. And it's like that with women too. The women that get chased the most or talk to the most people or have the most admirers usually don't really care. There's a lot of different psychological reasons you could say about that. I do believe that people tend to chase after people who they think have options. If they think that you're always going to be there, no matter what, I don't care. But if, and this was me, if you were the type of person that, if you did some sideways stuff, I wasn't finna argue with you. This was like second me, not you know, like the one who was like, oh, hey babe, nah. But second me, where if I saw some fraudulent activity, all right, have a nice day. And I think people get like that once you've already been through some sideways stuff, because you know what it feels like to lose something. And now you have nothing to lose. And the most dangerous people in this world are people who don't have anything to lose. So, if you're dating someone or you're talking to someone and you see them getting attention from other people, it makes you think twice about acting up, because you can just dip. But people who don't get that kind of attention, it's not the same. So if I'm always focused on you, this is me back then again, prefacing one more time, because y'all go, shut up, okay? Then, all of a sudden, I'm expendable. You start looking elsewhere. It's weird, man. Relationships are weird. Right? Why can't it be just like, I like you and you like me and let's like each other? No, can't do that. You can't do that. And I know there's going to be some people out there in the comments. I'll be predicting comments that are going to say, oh, well, that was when you were younger. Women were immature. I'm going to tell you this right now. When I was in my early 20s, I dated a woman who was 36 years old. And some of my friends have also, like, wasn't just that one person. Some of the most immature women I had ever been around, and that includes now, are older. Only the guilty need be offended. There are 21-year-old women or men who are extremely mature, down to earth, don't do any of this stuff. And there are 40-year-old women, 50-year-old women who act like children, and men. Nobody's safe from this. Definitely not age specific or gender specific. It is not. But for whatever reason, most of the toxic people have the most admirers. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I think what happens is this a lot of times. I think a lot of people in their 20s chase after the fun person, the bad boy, you know, hot girl summer, all that. But all of a sudden when you turn 30, you start looking at different stuff, you know. I have friends in their late 30s, you know. I have friends in whatever, like, and from all walks, you know. I have friends in their late 20s, whatever. But I think there comes a point somewhere like late 20s and then into your 30s or something where you start looking at different stuff that you deem important. Now, I also have friends in their mid-30s and late 30s. You know, kids that grew up in like grades ahead of me and stuff like that. That I'm still cool with. That they just started chasing younger girls. Women too, though. So, but I think a lot of people, they start getting like, you know, I'm not getting younger. I gotta start like looking for different stuff. So, all of a sudden, the people who you didn't like when you were like 21 start looking a lot better when you're 31. You know what I mean? Because you start thinking about like who's gonna be a good mom or a good father to the kids or a good husband, stable, has a job, good credit. I don't know too many people in their early 20s that's like, oh, that person's got great credit. Ask somebody that's like older, like has a career. When somebody come up to you with a credit score, it's like 200. See what you do. You know? So all that stuff start mattering. You want to buy a house, you need credit, bro. And get a car, all that. You know? So your priorities get different. And I think that in a lot of cases, men, women, whoever, they value themselves more when they get older. They know what they're looking for. And the most stable ones, and this is what people don't get about me. People might think like, you know, I'm afraid of whatever, relationships. I'm not afraid. I'm just not eager to get in one unless I know it's right. You get what I'm saying? People, when you're younger, they put a timeline on stuff. You want to be married with children at 25 and all that stuff. First of all, that changed a lot these days. People get married much later in life, but I think when you hold yourself to a higher value, it doesn't mean you're better than people. It just means you know what you're worth. You know what you bring to the table, right? You're not going to settle for something just to be with somebody. You would literally, because you're happy, you'd rather be alone and be happy than be with somebody and be miserable. And that's how I've been probably since I was in my like 20, 21 years old. People looked at it as toxic, but it really wasn't. It was just, I like you, but any sign of funny stuff, you've changed my thoughts on you forever. You can't take that back. So if I start noticing funny stuff, I got love for you, we cool, we can still be friends, but that part is gone. That's how I am. Like if you do some funny sideways stuff to me, like, hey, nice, that's cool, but that's not, it's off the table. You know, I was a lot more forgiving when I was like naive and younger. You start to like call a spade a spade. Like, this is who you are. I'm not gonna change you. I'm not here to change you. You are who you are. I just don't vibe with it. So we can be cool, but if you think for a second you talking about a ring on your finger, you can't even get like an onion ring, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are in relationships right now, currently, and they don't even like the person that they're with, but they're afraid of starting over. They're afraid of being alone. But so they'd rather just stay in a bad situation. You're just gonna stay. And that can never be me. Like, I'll just get another dog, bro. So, moral of the story is this. More or less. I know I've been all over the place. But if you get anything from this, get this. This comes to relationships, it comes to work, like no matter what. If you truly believe and you know your worth, that you're worth something, do not settle for less than that. Don't settle for somebody just because like, oh, they'll do. Nah. That's not enough. Don't work a job that you don't like for pay that you don't think you're worth. Like you think you should be earning more than that. Go do it. Like, I understand sometimes there's extenuating circumstances, right? You got a 9 to 5, you got family, child support, you know, child to support, like stuff like that. You got to make your money. Start working towards that though on your side. You know what I'm saying? You can work a 9 to 5, and if you really want to do something, I know people who work 9 to 5s and went to night school and then did something else. Like, do it. Because the last thing you want to do is look up and you're like some of my friends, stuff, like, not like in a bad way, but some of my friends and stuff, like, you know, they're older than me, so they're like in the 30s, like up there in the 30s, and now they're creeping up there, and the next thing, like, and they're gonna be 40 soon, like. Sometimes you gotta change your cards if you played a bad hand. Like, change your cards and get a new deck. Do something about it. That's cardless. Excuse me. It's never easy to change something, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, like, people think it's too late. There's people out there, I think he was Samuel L. Jackson, like, he didn't even get on until he was like in his 40s or something like that. For real, like it's never too late to change your cards, man. If you still walking around, if you still on this earth, do something. Change it up. Be happy. You gotta work that job because you got mouths to feed. Work that job. Start doing something on the side. Start working towards whatever it is you really want to do. You can do both if you really want to do it bad enough. Everything else to me is just an excuse. It's the same thing I hear working in the fitness industry. I mean, people every day tell me that they don't have time to work out. Yes, you do. You don't want to. You're making excuses. There are 24 hours in a day. You don't have a free hour? Not one? Ever? No times? You do. Because when you really want to do something, you make time. That's what I'm gonna leave off to. Understand this too. Okay? I'm trying to get all preachy today, but if you are talking or dating or whatever with somebody, and they start hitting you with stuff like, I need to work on myself, or you know, I'm busy, delete their phone number. Get the hell out of it, because they are lying to you. Ain't nobody too busy to talk to you. Nobody forgets to talk to you. They just had other shit they wanted to do. You're probably an option, and they're keeping you around just in case stuff falls through, whoever else they're talking to. And if they say they need to work on themselves, they're also full of shit. That's a lie. Because if Channing Tatum or like fucking Jamie Foxx or I don't know, Michael B. Jordan, one of them dudes everybody thinks is pretty slipping in DMs, I bet they won't be working on themselves no more. They'll be working on them. If they say it's not you, it's them, it's you. Sometimes y'all need to hear the truth. It's you. It is always you. Now, it's not your fault, but to them, they're alright. It's you. Anybody who says that, oh, well, look, because I'm going to tell you this, when you like somebody, when you really like somebody or you love somebody, it makes you stupid. I know, I've been through it. When you really mess with somebody, you will torpedo your entire life for them. You can't help it. It makes you stupid. And if you haven't been made stupid, you're probably not like super in love. And I'm not saying it makes you crazy. I'm saying it makes you stupid. Because they become a priority over a lot of stuff. Now, a real one won't make you change your life. But if you can't help it, if you really fall for that person, you're done, bro. You're not going to be able to not talk to them. It will kill you inside. So, anytime somebody says stuff like they need to work on themselves, no, they don't. No, they don't. There's somebody else there. Or they just don't really like you that much. That's the truth. Like, no person that likes you, if you ask them out, is going to say, like, maybe. Ain't no maybe. They going. It's a yes. They going to look. They going to make some damn time, and they going to see. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just keeping it a buck, as I always do. Ain't no maybes. Trust me. I don't care if they live all the way across the country. They can come fly see you the first free day they get. I'm being real. They ain't going to forget to call you. They don't forget to tell you they're going somewhere because they don't want to mess it up. And if they tell you stuff like that, like, oh, I thought I told you, or oh, I thought I called you, or oh, leave. It's cap. They worry about you later. Because people who do funny stuff behind people's backs, this is how they think. They're going to do what they want to do, and they're going to deal with you later. When it's done, when the smoke clears, whatever they needed to do, they wanted to go out with somebody else, maybe they wanted to go hang out with somebody else, maybe they wanted to go chill with it. Well, no matter what, they're going to deal with you later. Like, they're going to apologize and all that stuff. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. They just going to deal with it later. There is no deal with it later when you care about somebody. Like, you're going to deal with this shit right now because you don't want to mess it up because you can't stand the thought of losing them. That's real. Don't shoot the messenger. Then wings was fire, the rice was fire. I love y'all. I'm back. I know we had a day off or two. Yesterday I was just super tired. And this humidity, I told y'all all summer, man. Today was a torrential downpour, tomorrow's a heat wave. And my head and my sinuses have just been like blowing my nose like crazy. I don't feel sick, nothing, but like I get so sinus pressure and lightheaded. It sucks, man. It's hereditary, but this is what it is. We move. We'll be back. Also, if you're still watching, some people ask me about the Sweetie meal. Like, I have no, like, I just think McDonald's dropped the ball on this stuff. Sweetie makes all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, she makes all kinds of crazy stuff, and the best they could come up with was some damn nuggets and fries and a Big Mac. Like, the woman puts like flaming hot Cheetos on. I'm not saying they could use that stuff, but they could came up with like a crazy burger or something. I don't know. And I don't eat Big Macs anyway. I don't need y'all clowning me because I ain't put no goddamn pickles and special sauce and shit on burgers. I'm like, shut up. I love y'all. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. What the hell is tomorrow? Tomorrow Wednesday, right? Yeah, we'll figure it out. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.